Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is C. Greenhart, and welcome to episode 18 of Europa Universalis 4 with the Meiou and Taxes mod. Let me just
Wow.
lock that back on as well. Start timer. Play.
Halt.
Ho! 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 I see.
Yes.
No, a general has died.
A general died.
Ye. Apparently.
God. Wild gorillas be punching orangutans.
What? Do I want to know? No, I don't want to know.
Anagram for the weapon rarity in Borderlands 3.
The Imperial Examination System. The Confucian examination system served the needs of China and other East Asian countries well for many centuries. Scholars spent many years studying classic texts with private tutors or at state-run institutions. Once they felt ready, they attended an examination held every 3 years, where they were tested on the understanding and memory of the books. Those few who have passed were granted titles and eligible for positions within the state bureaucracy, while those who failed could try again in the next round. In so doing, the system ensured a constant supply of literate officials who shared the same background. However, not every state approached the system in the same way. For some, such as the Tang Dynasty of China, the purpose of the examinations was to produce highly skilled bureaucrats. These exams demanded that candidates read about the 5 studies: military strategy, civil law, taxation, agriculture, and geography, in addition to Confucian philosophy. Although this system produced literate officials, they were not always effective ones in practice. Some dynasties preferred to focus instead on how the examinations brought together people from across the empire and from many backgrounds and gave them a common ideology that made them weigh. Under this kind of system, candidates focused entirely on an intense knowledge of the 4 books of Confucianism and applied its philosophy to contemporary political problems in essays. Still, a third system was introduced by foreign dynasties or those that ruled over a multi-ethnic empire. Realizing the effectiveness of the examination system, but also that their own people were at a disadvantage, they introduced racial quotas, not by population, but by a set number of officials from each race. In this way, they could keep any one culture from dominating the administration and ensure government positions for their followers without seeming oppressive.
Oh. Warg.
The 5 studies. I'll have to look at that fantasy scenario thing some other time.
Oh, excuse me.
No.
Too late.
Oh.
I have already excused myself.
Oh! How could you?
Demoskagen. Haunted Demoskagen.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Challenge.
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 Why?
Ward.
Oh.
Zoom.
Tibetan. Mongol.
Future Way. Also Future Way.
Way. Woo. Shoo.
Moo.
You. And now I am very tempted to get the Romance of the Three Kingdom games. Not Dynasty Warriors.
But those are fun.
Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Which is pretty much a Dynasty Warriors, but strategy game. You know, one of the craziest things I've seen someone do in a Romance of the Three Kingdoms game?
What?
Yellow turbans, right?
Yeah.
You know how no matter what in Dynasty Warriors, yellow turbans are like they're gone and removed right away, right?
Yeah.
In Romance of the Three Kingdoms, I think it was Romance of the Three Kingdoms 11, someone went, played as yellow turbans, and took over China.
Oh. Yeah, because in the Dynasty Wars versions, even when you do the Yellow Turban storylines, you die very quickly.
Yeah.
Short storyline.
Yeah, it's like, alright, we're playing as the Yellow Turbans today. We've done one match. And we're done. That's the stream.
Their goddamn story was always like 3 stages.
Yeah, and like the only time that I've seen like Yellow Turbans last more than 5 minutes in like a Dynasty Warrior game is the Dynasty Warriors, insert number here, Empire game. That's
the Empire version.
Yeah, that's the only time, because that's freeform. That's really the only games in the like main Dynasty Warriors series where you can sit there and say, but what if this? Like, for instance, what if Lu Bu never betrayed Dong Zhuo?
Oh my.
You can only do that in Empires. Like,
Yep.
it would be nice if, like, in Dynasty Warriors 10, they improve the open world thing and make it, like, an actual world instead of just an
They're
empty...
probably not going to do open world anymore with how that one failed.
Right, like, they could... Like, okay, so there's 2 things they could do for 10. One, make it the same as all the ones before 9, which is the most likely option. Or they could expand on the open world aspect and make it like an actual vibrant world where shit actually happens. And like you could like in Dwarf Fortress, a recent update in Dwarf Fortress is armies can now go about and roam the world. Like, they could do that in Dynasty Warriors. Potentially, they could do that for Dynasty Warriors 10. Like, for instance, let's say you're at the part in, like, the story. You're Liu Bei, or you're Cao Cao, or you're Sun Jian, I think it was. I don't remember. I remember Cao Cao and or Cao Cao, whatever the fuck it was. I remember those two.
I think it was So-So.
I remember him. I remember Liu Bei. I don't remember the initial dude during the Yellow Turban Rebellion for Wu.
Who cares about the Yellow Turbans?
Well, yeah, but so for instance, say you just defeated the Yellow Turbans and you're at that period of the story where Lu Bu and Dong Zhuo are heading to the capital to take the Child Emperor, right? In 9, you could go on that route and not see them. You'd have to go to the event area, if I'm remembering correctly.
It sucked with the open world. It's like you had to go to special areas to trigger enemies. It's like, then why is it an open world?
Right.
You spend an hour getting to each area.
Right.
And there's nothing in between.
What they could do in 10 is and granted this would require a lot of work because it could fuck up the whole story depending upon what you do. Like, for instance, say you take a small force and you ambush Lu Bu and
Dong. So you mean yourself?
Right, but you ambush Lu Bu and Dong Zhuo on their way to the capital because their army shows up on the open world map. Yeah, they'll probably kick your ass. Lu Bu on his own could easily.
Lu Bu will shove his spear up your ass and use you as a stick puppet.
Yeah, that's probably what would happen. But still, imagine how that could have affected. Imagine how them being able to do that could affect the events, the story events. Like, for instance, because of this, Lu Bu and Dong Zhuo did not get to the capital in time, and the emperor and his brother died in the fire. Because remember, the capital was already burning to the ground when Dong Zhuo arrived. So if you intercept him, now there's no emperor. Or maybe the some of the eunuchs survived and ushered the emperor away. Potentially, you could completely avoid the tyranny of Dong Zhuo part of the story. Or say you know that this is going to happen, so you get to the capital first before Dong Zhuo. Now you have the emperor instead. There are so many things that they could potentially do with an open world, especially if they have roaming armies and have it an actual vibrant open world instead of just an empty field where you go from point A to point B to trigger the story. That could I would if that's what they do, I wouldn't mind the open world part. But I also wouldn't mind if they turn around and bring it back to how it was originally, where there was no open world. Either directions would work. And yes, that was the episode. So with that, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. And hit that bell icon to be notified of next time I upload a video. And I shall see you all next time.